Please don't hurt me. I mean you no harm. Emil, is that you? Where is Haladon? Is he all right? Auriel, forgive me. Please listen carefully. Emil did not murder Haladon. I swear it. The two of them only sought to help me. I suffered from a mysterious affliction. Haladon and Emil infected me with Gods, no! I came here with my companion Gerwardel. By the time we arrived, her illness was terminal. Emil tried to administer the cure to her too, but she broke free and attacked Haladon. There was so much shouting. I thought maybe they escaped. Stone abominations. Vampiric alchemy. If the Sapiarchs found out that Haladon had a hand in this tragedy, they would strike his name from the histories. Emil would never let that happen. Read Haladon's notes, you'll see the truth of it. Absolutely. Haladon and Emil loved each other deeply. It was obvious from the moment I arrived. Emil would never let something he did jeopardize Haladon's reputation. Were their roles reversed, Haladon would do the same thing. Guaranteed. I don't think you understand the Sapiarchs. It wouldn't be a simple matter of not praying over Haladon's grave. They would expunge his memory entirely. Every discovery he made, every scholarly paper, everything. It would be like he never existed. Undoubtedly. The Sapiarchs would probably dispatch a few vampire hunters to find me. But don't worry about that. I'll find a way to take care of myself. I believe so. The fog is gone. The flop sweats and sleepless nights with dreams of blood and stone. But the cost was high. Too high. Poor Haladon. Yes, I can feel it creeping up the back of my throat. That thirst. It was just a tickle at first. Never. Enough people have suffered on my account. Anyway, how would I find them? The shale skin disease claimed my sight before Emil had the chance to administer the treatment. My new condition does have a few benefits. My senses are keener now than they've ever been. I can hear the flutter of a moth's wings and smell lichens in the next room. They called it osteochondritic fever, a rare virus that hardens the skin like stone and oyster shell. And as if that weren't bad enough, it also drives you insane. We were part of a merchant fleet that got blown off course, wound up beached on an island full of slowed mischief. Something in the air there. Or perhaps truthfully, because he was the kindest. Fly to Lilandro, prove Emil's innocence. I'll find my way. Somehow. Emil will try to talk you out of revealing Haladan's plan to the Sapiarchs. He knows it would tarnish Haladan's legacy, and I know he wants to protect me. Don't listen.
Well?
The goodness you showed that old dog at Torinon. What did Guard Milleron have to say? Were you able to...
You again? I told you, I don't want to talk about this. What? No. No, you're mistaken. No, no, no. You can't believe her. She's lying. I attacked Hal. No. Please, you must burn those notes. If the Sapiarchs learn what Haladan and I did, he'll be ruined. Disgraced. All his work will be for nothing. And Norasea. Mara, save me. Poor Norasea. They'll kill her.
Poor Emil. He meant well. But these are shocking revelations. I never thought he'd be so reckless. Creating a... I care for Emil, but I have a whole guild to consider. We've brought many outsiders to Somerset, and our relations here are tenuous at best. Even if Emil didn't murder Haladan, creating a potion this hazardous is still grounds for exile. I spoke to Sapiarch Saratarel. If Emil makes a full confession, the Sapiarchs will let us handle the details of his imprisonment. I've arranged for Emil to return to Stormhaven. A familiar setting, sympathetic guards. It's the best I can do. No. But then, there are many forms of freedom. Wouldn't you agree? Emil will have access to our vast...
By Magnus, if what you say is true, Emil's innocent. You seem hesitant. Don't get bogged down in the details of his experiments. The important thing is that he didn't murder Haladan. She's a vampire. I grew up in Shornhelm, and I know how dangerous they are. They drink people's blood for Mara's sake. Look, I pity Norasea, but we can't destroy Emil's life over one bad decision. Setting a vampire free is reckless. You know that. Haladan's dead, and if he truly loved Emil, he would gladly suffer humiliation to keep his beloved out of prison. You know that. As for the guild endures. We'll be fine. Just do the right thing.
There's nothing to consider. Even if I didn't kill Haladon, the vampirism was my idea. He never would have agreed to it if I hadn't pushed him. Haladon meant more to me than you'll ever know. His memory is all I have left. Don't ruin it. Oh, Mara bless you. Losing Haladon was awful. I still see his bloody face with my waking eyes. The only thing keeping me sane is the knowledge that I might spare his reputation and the friend he dearly loved.
I know this wasn't easy. Condemning an innocent man to prison makes me nauseous. But sometimes sacrifices...
You have new evidence to present? Very well. I trust your investigation was thorough and unbiased? Or rather, as thorough and unbiased as an itinerant newcomer. Well, that is a surprise. As farcical as your investigation might have been, I appreciate your willingness to side. I've already spoken with the guild diplomat, Kalawende. We resolved to send Emil back to Stormhaven. Leaving a Breton to rattle around in a high elf prison would reflect poorly on... Mercifully, yes. The Mages Guild promised to imprison Emil for the rest of his brief Breton life. I have no reason to doubt their sincerity, given your honesty today. Let us put this matter behind us. The Guild and the Sapiarchs must move forward. Now, I see no reason to delay Emil's exile. I will formalize his conviction today, have him turned over to the Mages Guild shortly thereafter. This sordid affair has caused enough pain. I'll not draw it out. Your honesty and Kalawende's willingness to accede to our demands give me hope for the future. The Mages Guild suffers from all the vices of youth, but perhaps, with our help, it can grow into an organization worthy of its proud high elf heritage.
Hail, mighty warrior! Hail, weary traveler! Seek ye the torchlit halls of Sovngarde? Confused? Bah! You sound like that scrawny mage, Erhud. You would have words with that thin-legged sorcerer?
No!
Stay back!
You
Forward,
always
please.
arrive just when Raz needs you most. Sigi Coriandra, whispers reached me about the illustrious Illumination Academy. They said that the Court of Bedlam hunts a Sapiarch there, so Raz had to come and see. So the Crystal Tower really is in danger. This one finds that so hard to believe. The Crystal Tower, it's a bastion, a symbol of everything the High Elves hold dear. Now Raz sees why the Court of Bedlam seeks these parts. This way. Follow Raz.
What are you doing? Stop this nonsense right now. Eye of Magnus, another one. That's a very convincing costume. What are you supposed to be? I may have unleashed a powerful enchantment on the Academy. Quite by accident, mind you. There's this book, you see, The Illumin. It drove my classmates mad. They were all quite sane before, but now they seem possessed by characters from novels and storybooks. When I opened the book, The Illuminous, there was a great flash of light and a low growl. Or maybe a yawn. Like some great beast just woke from it. I set it down over there. You see? It's empty. It's as if the words just scampered off the page. I thought maybe the enchantment rendered the words invisible, so I tried to recover them. I'm not sure. I certainly hope not. The words could be dancing around in oblivion for all I know. We should focus on the...
Erudiel? Ugh, what are you still doing here?
Glardier, where in Tamriel have you been?
I told you before, Glardier's gone. Look, you're so plain, Erudiel. So boring.
Well, there's no need for that.
Who are you? One of Erudiel's boring friends? He's insufferable. An artist. A composer. A thespian... Oh, a thrilling accusation.
I know she doesn't seem the part, but Glardier's my best friend. She was with... Right. Sorry. As far as I can tell, everyone thinks they're a character from some book or... Maybe. It's a start. You can't expect me to know everything. It's only my 14th year, for Mara's sake. I'll start with... I think I saw Pavo over by the east wall. He was scrounging around on the ground. Tanelwyn was in the lecture garden. Looked like she was interrogating someone. Would you believe idle curiosity? No? Fine. The, Library of Shrieking Terror. Borrowed? I was going...
What is that approaching? Some strange sea beast. Prepare to be boarded, mates.
One of you is the thief. I'll crack this case yet.
Avast! Why do you pester me like this?
You lay yet more burdens on an already burdened brow?
Careful there, friend. There's a thief about. One of these two scamps is the criminal mastermind behind a half-baked plot to steal a pie. Oh, goodness, no! Sure, you recognize the most clever and curvaceous investigator. So, finished reading about my heroic exploits? Yes, Investigator Vale at your service. What? Of course I am, silly. I know this seems like an unsolvable crime to the average citizen. Proof? Why, of course I have proof. I just want these two...
You lay yet more burdens on an already burdened brow? I stole no pies. Now off with you before I cast you into the dungeon. Pie? I can't trouble myself with such trifling matters. I have a kingdom to look after, and a churlish child to wrangle. I stole no pies. It was clearly the pirate over there. I have no idea how. I never saw the scoundrel leave. What? You want me to believe that Investigator Vale got this wrong? Ha! Preposterous! The pirate's to blame. Just look at all these crumbs. Only a sloppy mariner would make such a mess. Yes? Look, they're everywhere. Leading off into the bushes, it seems.
Avast! Why do you pester me like this, nosy wench? That slippery Breton must have taken it. Believe me, I know a thief when I see one, and that little... No! Not possible! Investigator Vale said one of us is guilty, and it weren't me! She's clever as a one-eyed shark, that one. Vale's never wrong. Never! I saw a flash of brown fur out of the corner of me eye, quick as a dolphin in the wake. It was heading towards the...
Have you figured it out yet? You've arrived just in time to see me expose the... It's quite clear that the guilty party is none other than that pirate there. The picaroon's testimony, while colorful, included the flavor of the pie, a fact that only someone who tasted it would know. Another puzzling case. A dog? Of course. The fur, the crumbs. How could I have missed it? Yes, I remember now. That damned book, The Illuminous. It's to blame, isn't it? I'll go check on Arudiel now. Auriel knows he'll need the help. Thank you, my friend. Let's see if Arudiel has found a solution
Does
yet.
that mean we aren't in trouble?
I don't know. But now I'm hungry.
eating!
I can't for the life of...
Attention! Class is now in session!
Oink, oink.
Just look at these tasty piggies.
New arrivals? I wasn't told to expect any students or scholars today. Sorry, they usually let me know when new academics are going to arrive. I'm sure I can find a way to squeeze you in someplace. How long do you plan on staying? Sure. They arrived a few days ago, but only Sepiarch Hanael stayed. She's working on a book. Wouldn't think so. She left all her things in her room. Notes.
Hasn't been slept in. Such a waste of a perfectly good bed. Interesting. Roz saw one just like it in a shop in Skywatch. The Sepiarch's letter. She's hidden a coded message in the words. Raz, Hanael mentions something isn't right here. That she plans to hide in a quiet room. Very smart. It seems the Sepiarch knows that someone is hunting her. The list of specific books in a specific order, though. That's the key, Raz thinks. We need to decipher the meaning of her code correctly. Let's hope we can find her before the Court of Bedlam does. That is disturbing news. The Queen hates.
There you are. I have wonderful news. I was examining the book again, trying to see if there was... I know! She just returned. How deep so my plan works. I knew it would. Well, maybe not new. Glardier's persona seems tied to the Illuminus in a more explicit way. Freeing my friends is clearly angering whatever force is driving. Have you found Selenia yet? Check the Academy walls. I thought I...
Please, won't you help a poor soul? Pity is my crown, and sorrow my king.
I see you looking over my hoard of treasures, Tuskless. I'll part with them.
Oh, come on! Jump! It's fun! I want to see if you bounce!
I am. I'll show you. Right. I'm not afraid. Hello. Come to join in my adventures? Or maybe you mean to scold me like the mean old workers. He's my best friend. Just over there, see? He always has the funniest ideas. But sometimes he says things that crinkle my carapace. Still, he's always good for an adventure. Sitting in the mines is so boring. A game! A guessing game! Yes! Here are some hints. I have 8 spindly legs, cute little mandibles, and a thirst for adventure. Stumped? Ha! There's a book that might give you a clue. Must be around here somewhere.
You aren't a Kwama, but I'd watch you fall just the same.
So, can you guess who I am? Yes, yes, you got it! I am the most fearless adventurer on 8 legs. Nothing scares me, not a thing! Not even those big hairy spiders in the garden. Okay,
oh, not
I've got
you
this.
Again?
Watch out for the workers and the war.
You aren't a Kwama, but...
Watch out for the work.
Selling, buying, right here.
And go! Is that a spider? Ah! No, no! Get it away from me! Oh, disgusting creatures!
Wait, where are you? Oh, you ruined it! Hey, what are you doing ruining my show? That squib was gonna make such a delicious splatting noise!
What is going on? It was just a spider. This isn't right. I'm brave. I'm brave and fearless and... What happened to me? Where am I? A Rudu? It was that damned book, wasn't it? The Illuminus? I told him to leave that thing be. Just had to put on a... You mean he's still fiddling with it? Sen's price. We'd best get down there and make sure...
Selenia, she's back to normal. Thank goodness. How did you manage it? Oh, of course. Selenia hates those little scamps. You know, she never goes barefoot, not even in the tub. I'm babbling. Sorry. I think so. These new passages are... You see? The Illuminus changed again. I don't know about you, but this is really starting to give me the Yes, I think Pavo is still in the grip of this... What?
Please, won't you help a poor soul like me? Please, my lady, spare a coin for a wretched beggar? Oh, but I am wretched. Don't you see my filthy fingernails? My oozing sores? I am a victim, it's true, but not of an enchantment. No, I suffer a terrible curse. I haven't the heart to speak it aloud. Some cruel scribe committed my woes to paper, but I can't bear to read them. This is no mere fable. It is my life. Read it, if you must. Just please, spare me the pain of hearing it. Have you come for another look at nameless sorrow? Weedle. A name that breaks even the hardest hearts. Most people, such generosity. Have you come for... Weedle. What? No, you can't do that. No mortal can see my wretched state and not be moved to pity. Unless you aren't mortal. It's you, isn't it? Blessed Namira. You've come back to free me from my torment. Oh, great Namira, sweet prince of decay. I thought I'd never see you again. Please, free me from your gifts. I can't bear them any longer. Oh, thank you. Undo what has been done, I beg you. Yes, I feel not much different, actually. What is going on? That was it? I don't feel cured at all. I feel the same. I'm confused. No, you must be wrong. Look! I'm covered in rags and sores. Just look at me. Look. Erudiel. Yes, I remember. My frumpy, boring friend.
There you are. Glaudier's gotten far less cheerful, and the book shifted again. I think things are coming to a head. Every time you bring someone back, Glaudier's irritation grows. It started out simple enough.
Enough of this! You. Oh, I've had just about enough of you. My story was perfect. Perfect! And now you've muddled it up. I won't have it. Not anymore. Oh, such pride. Such braggadocio. You would have made a splendid character in my story if not for your bull-headed meddling. My name is unimportant. The play, yes! And it would have been a far better tale without you in it. Any of you, in fact. You're boring. You don't deserve this book. It's mine!
Glaudier, wait! She vanished. Oh, of all the luck. Well, that is suboptimal.
Onward, sailors! What treasures await us?
One of you is the thief. I'll crack this case yet.
Oh, now what is all this mess? Oh my, a roguish adventurer. Finally. Sorry about the mess. I usually keep... Well, a shapely woman came prancing through. Tousled hair, firm buttocks, and... oh, the bosoms. Anyway, the book sprung to life behind her. Toothsome beasts and sweaty, rugged fighters appeared in her wake. Ooh, is it getting hot? Oh, I've got plenty of ideas. Oh, wait. You mean to banish them? I'm such a silly thing. Instinct. Raw, untamed instinct.
story ends here.
Sure to perish. Stop interrupting!
Then came a bellow and a blast of chill wind. The hero's fate was sealed.
You just won't stop, will you? No more! Get out of my head!
Gladly. You're boring just like the rest. I'll finish this hero myself.
I can't. Is it gone? I'm free. Finally. Wait. Where am I? Yes. I remember now. The creature. It's called the Illuminated One. It feeds on stories, on conflict and drama. The more exciting, the better. I fear all this fighting and chasing and anxiety. It's grown powerful enough to manifest as a material being.
No, I won't go back. You can't do this. My masterpiece.
All my classmates and professors are finally coming to their senses. Thank the divines. You know, Gladia finally solved the mystery of why I was...
A vanishing bookcase. Raz likes this clever sage.
My illusion spell! Who are you? If you're the person that's been following me, I warn you, I knew I wasn't imagining things. I told Imidril that we were being followed. If the head of the College of Sapiarch sent you and told you we guarded the Resolute Diamonds, it must be a serious matter. Something involving the Daedric princes, you say? As in more than one? That doesn't sound very good. Imidril went to King's Haven, not too far from here. The old ruins. He loves to...
Raz will explain things to the pretty Sapiarch and make sure she returns safely to Lilandril. You go find the one in the ruins.
Oh, my feet hurt.
I'm just glad I didn't find a pile of mud to wallow in.
Come on, you filthy... You're the first thing I've encountered that isn't a slavering beast or drooling savage. Begs the question, what you're doing out here. The fool I followed out here. I lost track of him after these wretched goblins stole my pack. Hopefully he can manage not to get himself killed long enough for me to recover our notes. Their research for Medze's recital at the Illumination Academy. I've been transcribing them for weeks. The goblins tossed them all over. What are you? Some sort of saint sent to deliver me from digging through Maluk's squalor? I could, but I don't know why you'd want to know. You're doing me a favor, so go on. Officially, scribe. Unofficially, nanny. The man's got all the good sense of a swaddled babe. Some epic about the great battles between the High Elves and the Goblins that Medze plans to perform at the Illumination Academy. It's either find these notes or start from scratch, and if you just spent the past few weeks fumbling through these crags with Medze, you wouldn't be asking me that.
let it take me!
No worries, I've got you. I think. You there! Burn the webs! Quickly! Quickly! The Fala's damn webbing. It's in all my nooks and crannies. Thanks for helping, though. No! Save the Dawnstar gem!
The spider poison, it's spreading fast. Take this. Resolute diamond. Don't let the golden knight. Then you know we're tower sentinels. Guardians of the diamond keys that open the crystal tower. Mephala, prince of the secret arts. She sought my diamond, but also seemed very interested in the golden knight. I fear she's taken him to the spiral skein. Tell Hanaya I'm sorry.
Ah, there you are. The Rightmaster needs you back in Artaeum immediately. Find him in Kapora Tower as soon as you can.
I don't know how much longer. That's the last of them. I'm not going to give you some my savior routine, but thanks. Look, I've had enough of Medse. The humming, the whistling,
Naliara, stay strong. Your salvation is at hand. Though, if you could call out, that would be helpful.
I'm gone.
I finally girded myself with the courage of my forefathers. I'm prepared to add my deeds to theirs. Even if it means entering oblivion itself, I will find Naliara. Naliara quit? Oh, I suppose I cannot fault her. Capture by vile goblins was simply too much for her delicate spirit. But without... Oh, well, that's great. I nearly have everything I need to I mean, I just assumed since Naliara entrusted you with her notes, you were taking over her duties. The site is close. I just know it. Dramatic instinct. My antiquated directions said the entrance would be where two falls meet stone. Sounds more like an uncomfortable The answers must lie in these ruins. Oh, Naliara, if only you'd waited. Hurry, let us claim the prize. Some kind of trade ledger? Oh, how mundane. It seems like the elves who built this place engaged in deals with goblins. That can't be right, can it? This looks like scouting reports. Land surveys, goblin settlements. Why was the water source of such interest to them? These look like plans for resettlement. Elven and goblin. They were proposing a land trade with the tribes. It seems the offer was refused. Oh gods, this is terrible! These tablets show the goblins weren't always viciously territorial. Elves and goblins coexisted, traded, until the elves wanted King's Haven Pass badly enough to betray that trust. It flies in the face of every existing account of this region. I sought a subject for heroic composition. There is no truthful recounting of this history that would flatter the elves. Sing the truth, and my patrons will loathe me. Sing a lie, and my artistic integrity dies. It's what a noble hero would do, isn't it? Self-sacrifice for the sake of the... You've been an able guide to heroism, keeping me on the righteous road in the face of it. The time has come for me to unsheath the quill of justice and cut an inky swath through centuries of lies. Even if I'm not bludgeoned off stage by thick volumes, I'm told the divine prosecution is very particular about the...
Someone approaches. Is it Kandar? I can't sense him.
Disappearances are all the more reason for you to leave.
Sorry, stranger. My friend can't see too well anymore. She mistook you for someone. More than a few of us have disappeared recently. Kanhar's group are just the latest. They've stood quiet for decades, but now, new yawning sinkholes. You're a kind soul. Be careful. We've lost a lot of kind souls of late. That push...
For a place with such a terrible reputation, this estate certainly... I didn't expect to find anyone living out here. I thought they could help me shed some light on the mysteries of this place. This place barely exists outside of fables. So those vagrants say. For all I know, they're just trying to frighten me off. I don't mind having some company in this endeavor. Most people are barely willing to speak of this place above a whisper. My kin feel I'm wasting my life on a footnote. My parents even threatened to disown me if I continued my search, but that only spurred me on. You know how important lineage is to our people. We should have preserved everything we could about this place, but instead, nothing. I asked them to leave when it became clear they were up to no good. If they're trying to blame me for their friends running off, I'm not. I swear I'm as in the dark about these missing persons as you are. They're outcasts, most likely... This breach looks promising. Take a look. Not exactly cozy, but it's not completely demolished. Let's poke around. Can't say I care for the naturalized aesthetic. Keep your eyes out for anything that may have survived the... Some answers. What happened to my family here? This place is fascinating. And I suppose I'm curious about the rumors.
something about that statue catch your interest? Even in such disrepair, I can imagine how opulent this manor must have been. The whole town. That's incredible. My family has wealth and holdings, but not much in the way of titles. That's a sound theory. Simple, but sound. There has to be something here that could reveal the truth. Damn. These papers are practically mulch. Maybe something survived. Help me look. I wonder whose chambers these were. What was their life like before they abandoned it? And why? May I have a look? Merciful Sirabane! This sounds like the Thracian Plague. A gruesome disease that decimated the population of Tamriel, Somerset included. It made the Nahatan flu seem like the sniffles. Everyone here could have been wiped out. Still, most people alive had family afflicted by the plague. Why hide it? No, it was a vile creation of the Slode, brewed in their kingdom of Thras. But it's possible it harbored the first outbreak on Somerset. I'm finding more questions than answers. There has to be more. There has to be. Try the room across the hall. For thousands of years? Doubtful. I can see how this place may have gotten its reputation with the locals. Their fears are still unfounded. Down here! I found something! I thought I heard something down here, but the sound must have carried up from this tunnel. It looks formed by erosion. Maybe related to the sinkholes? Makes sense. The journal mentioned taking the afflicted to the family vaults. It would have been easy for the Korgrads to seal off their estate and leave the town to fend for itself. It's tragic that their compassion probably led to their downfall. Murmurs and splashing. I thought maybe one of those missing squatters was down here, but I think the sound was coming from deeper down.
deliverer.
Is that a person? Hey, you there! Wait! This camp looks recent. I'll bet your missing persons just discovered that these ruins make decent shelter. I have a bad feeling about the fate of these people. Maybe they are further in the cavern. I don't think that was one of your vagrant friends. Somehow I doubt they received a warmer reception than we did. But at least we know the curse of Korgrad has been greatly exaggerated. Whoever we saw just now was a being of flesh and blood. Agreed. Much as I'd like to get to the bottom of all this, we should make finding the squatters our priority. Voices!
They are Rillas, Abameld Shota.
I heard it again. Be careful. Gone. Look, people. Best approach with caution.
Please approach. We know you are here.
There we are. Much better, yes. Manners are easily forgotten when you're so far removed from society. Forgive the others, they are frightened. We mean you no harm. Call me Arillas. I am caretaker of this place. We all are. We led our lives in quiet, contented seclusion until the crumbling stone exposed our home to the outside world again. How long? How long indeed? I think there was a time when such things were measured. I can only say that our duty has been passed down many generations. To the saviors. It is because of their sacrifice that Korgrad lives on. We repay the lives they gave us by caring for the town in their stead. We're very protective of it, you understand? I see, I see. Our humble town would be treacherous to those who have not grown accustomed. You possess the Savior's compassion and determination. The last people from above we observed...
Go on without me. I'm going to speak with Arillas about my ancestors.
This is the day we've waited for so long. The return of a living descendant. The Saviors will be pleased that their sacrifice was not for nothing. They took the sickness from us, from our ancestors, at great cost to themselves. Or they preserved us from the sickness of the sea. For that, we will be eternally grateful. We follow the Savior's guidance. It was their wisdom that brought us here and kept us safe for generations. Through a narrow passage to the north. Worry not for your...
I'd like to spend some time with Arillas. If these people really are descendants of Korgrad's populace, there's a lot I could learn from them. You heard, Arillas. It's dangerous deeper down. And I'm no warrior, but take a look at them. They're positively sickly. I doubt they want any trouble. More to the point, I think their saviors might have been my ancient ancestors. These saviors you mentioned, did they happen to be members of the family?
Oh, yes. The founders and protectors of this great realm. Does the surface still speak of their great sacrifice?
In a manner of speaking. I came here to learn more about this branch of my family.
It must be fate. Korgrad opened its doors so that you could enter. Oh, Here. This is Nempharian, the eldest and wisest of the ancestors resting here. Yes, I can see the likeness.
Taking me! Do this, please! Don't put me in there! Please! No! Save us from these monsters! Please! Get us out of here! They're killing us! Bloodletting, I think. These cave vermin poke and prod us whenever Irilus needs some. Poor bastard.
Never seen these vermin in such a frenzy. They dragged him screaming through those doors there. When Aurelius isn't bleeding us and tending to his saviors beyond those doors, he spends most of his time with whatever unholiness goes on in the tombs below.
Thousand venerations to you.
Bless you. I can walk, but you lead the way. We aren't free yet. We have to get out of here before those cave vermin come scurrying after us. Your friend's dead. If these saviors really are vampires, what chance do we have against them? I suppose if there's any chance, we have to try.
Welcome to Korgrad, visitor. Such as it is. Forgive our lacking hospitality. Come, speak. I have not had civil company in some time. You arrive upon a momentous reunion of our filial blood, bestowing on him the Korgrad legacy. He is taking the first step upon the long road to restoring this house. His vitality. It will take all he has to offer to restore each of us. But if he is up to the task, he will reap a precious bounty. On the contrary, he will taste immortality as we have, but only for scant centuries, not millennia. In a few generations, our bloodline will be renewed. The embalming process has already begun. When the stone is finished, we will be restored, and he will be a savior. We are Ultima, even in this desiccated state, cleansed of our poisoned humors to be free of the great sickness from the sea. Now that you see the cure, imagine the disease. Thras. I had always suspected as much. The sickness bore an intent as if designed to spread misery and cruelty. It was ever present, ever penetrating. It seeped into every person, every creature, every drop of water, seeking to be quenched. We spare them the ravages of the terrible sickness that spread through Korgrad. In exchange, they care for us in this invalid state. So we have endured. So Korgrad has endured for longer than I can clearly recall. To be free of the disease is to be free of all humors. They offer us their tainted blood to sustain our fragile grip on life, and through sorcery, the sickness is purged. Together we flee its horrors. But there was no true escape. Until now. Because he is kin. Most would not debase their bodies with the blood of men. But I am beyond such concerns. My vain attempt to stop the sickness from spreading beyond our borders. The people rebelled against their confinement and nearly broke the quarantine. I was forced to destroy the sea walls and flood the town, to spare them and others from the gruesome death that was sure to come, or so I hoped.
How healthy you look. I barely remember the feeling of anything, really, aside from the slight ebb and flow of sluggish blood in and out of brittle veins. It was the only way. The choice was this long internment or a brief, horrid end. No, it was never meant to be this long. To see hope within our reach and have it denied, we couldn't endure it. He will be well.
Soon, this misery will finally be at an end. I thought this day would never come. Too long. There is little to occupy the time. The monotony. If not for Father's elixirs to quiet the mind, I think we would be no better than Arilus and his stock. I have spent, I don't know how long, in absolute stagnation. I would welcome a walk through oblivion over this banal familiarity.
For what reason do you barge into our home, as if you have the right to trespass our lands as you please? You may believe our condition diminishes our station, but we are the rightful rulers of Korgrad. You will offer deference as such. The other trespassers, they intrude as you do without our sanction. Aurilas ends their vagrancy and sees that they are put to use. There may be a place for them in Korgrad when their restitution and reform. The return of our pure-blooded kin means our long dormancy is nearing an end. We will soon be able to return to the world above and begin the long process of restoring Korgrad to its former glory. It will take all kinds. The sickness has robbed us of fruitful lands, so our servants have been reduced to eking out a savage, meager subsistence in this lightless domain. They have few interests beyond. The return of our pure-blooded kin means our long dormancy is nearing an end. We will soon be able to return.
Gods, that was... I could feel my skin tightening. Right. I suppose I can keep up. I'll just lick the damp off the walls if I get woozy.
Saviors, I have failed you. You've stolen our future. But I swear I'll rob them of theirs in kind.
Don't let him kill us!
No!
I can hardly believe it. You found... No. You've done more than anyone ever has for us. I can see. Tortured. Why? Just for the fun of it? Gods, I'll heed curses more closely in the future.
If it weren't for you, I'd have wound up a husk like those. Even now, I still feel for them. What a miserable fate. I'll stay with these people a while longer, if they'll have me. My name may be all the means I can lend them. I doubt my parents will offer any support. Who knows if I'll even be welcome home when I return? I don't know. Too often my kin seem content to forget ugliness exists in our society. My eyes still feel like they're covered in grit, but I think I'll be back to normal with a drink.